keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Whole club selling out of the hitters do it steady. Small minutes don't come around, they don't survive my ready. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we'll see Fred Warner.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
The numbers for Williams a week ago: 14 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
And last week he had another touchdown to his total. He continues to be the #1 scorer in the league in terms of rushing touchdowns. And what more can you do to help your team than find the end zone?
Now it's Jackson. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and ran with it.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. This defense for the Chiefs, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
4 yards the pickup, first down. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, it'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing, because they got stuffed on a running play on 1st down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Pass caught here by Osborne. And they'll get this down to the 10. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been... Forward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Williams will try again. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. And I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that maybe they were a yard closer. That would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Fairbairn now following the main field goal. He'll send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Chiefs now under their veteran head coach, Andy Reid. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And it certainly hasn't taken Herbert long to earn his status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. Locked and loaded at every snap. And the second he sees an opening, that ball is soaring downfield. You better be on your toes against him on defense. The second you turn your head, they'll burn you.
Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. it's worthy of some applause.
Football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with second down and less than a yard. Now here's a give to Spears, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. The Chiefs at 7-1 now on the year, and they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And as much as we hate to play this game, you know I'm going to do it anyway. Extrapolate that over a full season. What does that come out to, partner? 14-2. And anyone in the NFL, they'd sign up for that record, that's for sure.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Travis Jones makes a tackle.
How about the big guy there? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Herbert. Now he's got it. And the Chiefs are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Ford. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's Kyron Williams running out for another possession. Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw again. Open man is Noah Brown. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Jackson will throw again. This one swung out to Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Two yards to go, second down. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Jackson. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They run. It's Williams. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. That one's taken in by Spears. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's 2nd and 7. Herbert throwing again. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick here is good. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the visiting Falcons who were able to come away with the victory. Patrick Mahomes, strong as usual in the victory as his guys run their record now to 7-3. Another game of interest in the AFC East has us checking in on the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. Brock Purdy, strong in the win as his guys start the second half with a victory that moves them to 6-3 on the year. Lastly, let's head to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to see what's happening with the Bengals. And they were losers in that ball game as they fall to the visiting Washington Commanders. Kenny Pickett leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium in Brandon God.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They'll start on the ground with Spears.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line.
Here's Herbert. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. A good pickup there, a 22.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but now let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Here's Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now Carlson for the extra point.
It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Jackson now.
He'll get this one to Pittman.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Play action. Now Jackson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Kevontae Turpin now to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
They run with 4. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line.
Out of the gun to give to Spears. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
They're going to pass here with Herbert.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
2nd down and 8. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And he will have the Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears.
He will push his way down to about the 14.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here's a 2nd and 8. On the ground, it's Ford. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time, the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
On 3rd down, here's Spears. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about